Cool. Let's make sure we're live. I think we're good. Are we live on YouTube? We are live on YouTube. Oh, there we go. All right. Let's do this.
Hi. It's been a little bit.
Yes.
We took some time off.
Yeah, as you can see, we have our Christmas hats. When is Christmas? Next Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Already.
I know.
It seems like it kind of came out of nowhere in some ways.
To say this year's been eventful is an understatement. There's a lot going on this year. So that's why we wanted to make this video, right? Just to kind of talk about things related to our business. We're not going to talk about the big stories, like politics or anything. We're going to keep it to what this channel is all about.
Yes. And if you're new here, I'm Barbara.
I'm Mark. Yep.
And we're Wiki Design. We've been on YouTube for a few years now, making Elementor tutorials, WordPress tutorials, web design stuff. We talk about our business.
Just anything really kind of related to the web design business. Yeah.
Anything that we kind of feel like talking about, we talk about.
Yes. We're kind of loosey-goosey when it comes to certain things on our channel. But all right, you just want to jump into the first topic and see where this takes us. So yeah, the very first topic is, as you can see, burnout. So you want to take this part here?
So this year, I think I counted close to 60 websites we built, which is a lot more than what we normally do. It was a very busy year, to say the least. And that led to some real burnout, real stress, and for me personally, some health problems. Stress is a real thing. And it definitely has an effect on your body. You would think, I'm 41 years old. You would think I would have realized that by now, but
no, people go their whole lives not knowing that stress is so important to your mental well-being and how you
managing
actually feel.
Yeah. And it's just wild how much of an effect it had. So to kind of go back, in the summer, I started having some serious neck pain and migraine headaches. I remember it pretty clearly. It was a couple of days before I actually was going to have a weekend trip with my girlfriends. We went down to the beach. And a couple of days before, I just remember getting this intense pain in my neck and just an instant migraine headache. The back of my head was just it was like somebody took a rock and just slammed me. And that's happened in the past and it usually would go away, but it just stuck. And it was there for, I still kind of am having problems. It's a lot better now, luckily. But I remember that whole trip with my friends, just being in so much pain and trying to play it off and oh, I'm fine, because I didn't want to be the buzzkill and complain. I wanted to have fun, but I was in a lot of pain and it wasn't going away. So I went to urgent care and they gave me some medicine that really did nothing. Then I went to a chiropractor. That didn't do anything. If anything, it made it worse. I tried massage and all these other things and nothing was really working until I decided that I needed to work less. And once I did that, it magically
you also did acupuncture. You said that kind of helped out of all of them. Acupuncture is the one that
actually helped. But I think it was really just taking a step back and saying, I don't need to work as much and be as stressed out. It really went away.
Well, what I kept telling you is you would work so much because she was doing so much work that you were kind of bent over in a weird position and you don't get up nearly as much as I do. I make sure I try to sit upright. And then there's a lot of different rules or whatever you could follow, but one of them is get up every 20 minutes and look at something far away for 20 seconds. I get up every 15 minutes, maybe even every 10. I literally get up out of my seat, just kind of walk around, I do something. Because if you just sit all day for 8 hours, you're killing your neck. Especially, I noticed that like your laptop, you were looking down. So we got something that kind of,
Yeah, we
made
did
a little
a
bit
lot
higher.
of different things, but I think a lot of what was happening was just related to feeling overwhelmed, overworked, and stressed. So yeah, stress is definitely a real thing. And this was the first time in the 11 years of running Wiki Design where I was like, I don't think I want to do this anymore. I don't even know if I really like told you
Yeah.
how serious I was about that, but I was like, I just kind of,
It
I don't
loses.
think I want to do this anymore. Like I was miserable.
Yeah. Because you're just like a machine at that point. You're just cranking stuff out. And it's like, it's hard to really get into it if you're just, there's always another project right behind this one, you know?
Well, and it was like I just felt like this ever growing mountain of work, which I don't want to sound like I'm not grateful for it because I know so many people are struggling to get work, and obviously we're grateful that we had the opportunity to work and make money and all of that. I don't want to sound like I'm ungrateful, but I also think it's important that you realize what your limits are. And as two people, doing 60 websites in a year is
a lot. Yeah.
It's much more than what we were capable, I think, of doing.
Well, then that leads into another thing. Do you want to like outsource it? Do you want to hire people? We didn't want to go that route. We never really want to go that route. We just want to keep it the two of us because we enjoy the way we have everything set up. So we do have a limit. And this year we definitely hit that limit.
Yeah. And I really was like, I don't think I want to do this anymore. And I think all I needed was a break, like an actual break, because we did take a break recently. Yeah. We went to Germany for the Christmas markets, and it was the first time, honestly, in years that I didn't work.
She didn't even take her laptop.
I didn't even take my laptop, and I like consciously was like, I'm not taking my laptop because I know if I do, then I'm going to work. Yeah. And I knew that I needed an actual break. And now that we're back, we got back last week and a half ago. I feel like that was exactly what I needed. I just needed a break because now I feel excited about our business again. I want to work. I'm excited for the new year and the things that we have going on. So, stress really does have an effect on your body, and that's something that we definitely learned this year. I'm doing a lot better. I still go to acupuncture. I'm working out more. I'm learning to manage my stress better. And I'm, learning more, I guess, about my body and and what it can handle. So I'm doing a lot better now, but
it is crazy how it took forever for people to finally accept the fact that stress, that's like the worst thing you can do to your body. If you have, especially, I get a lot of anxiety. So I get a lot more anxiety than like stress, I would say, but like your whole body just feels tingly and it just, that eats away at everything. Your muscles aren't working correctly. You got to take care of your mental well-being for sure. All right. Yes. You want to jump on the next topic? Sure. I like my little cheesy overlays. So yeah, as you can see this year, we are definitely doing this. We're focusing more on live streams. I'm on a podcast called WP Creators. We got an episode this Friday. You want to check that out. But and collaborations. We want to collaborate more. So that's what we focus toward the end of the year. We kind of focus more on
and I think that kind of stemmed from feeling a little bit of that burnout. We were like, well, maybe we need to shift what we're doing into doing something that we actually enjoy. Yeah. And we started doing these live streams and I was like, oh, this is actually fun. And we enjoy the community aspect of it. The fact that people are chiming in and people are seeing, and agreeing or maybe disagreeing with what we have to say. It's been interesting. It's not something that I ever thought I would be into, but I actually really enjoy doing the live streams.
Well, because we've directly seen positive results. Like we've actually gotten clients this way because they see us on a live stream. It just increases your branding and your awareness. So people are aware of, who you are, what you can offer, that type of stuff. So this is a really good platform. And another reason too, we do it is because a lot of like local search and like the way SEO works, that's all tanking. Like
Yeah.
There's no way to like sugarcoat that at all. So using a platform like YouTube, doing live streams, it's helping. It's definitely helping. So if you're still relying on the old school, let's trick Google into doing this, you're going to be left behind. So we're always innovating. We're always trying to find new ways to get in front of more people.
Yeah, and I've been really enjoying everything about the live streams. It's definitely something that we're going to continue doing next year. So
yeah,
if you have any ideas for topics, let us know,
Yeah.
because we always struggle with coming up with what we're going to talk about.
yeah. Or we just like this morning we woke up and like, you know what, let's do a year in recap. We sometimes we just kind of just go with the flow. You want to do the next one? This was so this one is kind of an odd one. At least for me, this was a lot more important than her. So I recently we did a live stream. Was it after we did the one with Brian, right? Where we were talking about all different types of things and cutting out noise. So after that live stream, it hit me. Why do I continue to use LinkedIn? So I actually had my LinkedIn profile. I looked it up. It's almost like a 20-year-old profile. So I got it while I was like still right out of college. Of course, they always told you that's what you have to do. You have to go on LinkedIn. And honestly, it was an okay platform up until what I would say a year or two ago. We were still getting some kind of solid leads coming in through it. But something happened this year to that platform, and I'm just going to be honest, it's complete garbage. It is just filled with bots, spammers. People somehow I don't know how they're doing it, but only certain people I've noticed can get a lot of engagements on their post. So I don't know. They're figuring out ways to like trick the algorithms, and I don't want to play that game anymore. And I used to be able to directly like outreach to people who were like looking for services like ours, and I would actually get a response. Now, when people are doing like a public post looking for a website designer, they're getting flooded with like hundreds of people contacting them, emailing them, calling them, harassing them. So I'm like, I was trying to like make it where like, hey, I'm a real person. I'm not one of these bots or spammers, but that all went out the window. Like it doesn't work anymore. So it was a strategy that worked up until honestly this year, I would say. So,
and I think kind of like we're trying to remove some of that noise from our lives, because a lot of this stuff, I feel like people are telling you, oh, you have to be here, you have to do this, but it's not that effective. And I think that we've all kind of been bamboozled into thinking we need to be on all these social media platforms and we need to post constantly and make this our entire lives. And that's just because that's what they want you to do, because they make money if you're on the platform.
People trying to sell the courses. Hey, I'll get you. I've seen it where they're like, you want 100,000 LinkedIn subscribers or followers? Like do this and pay me. You know, it's like,
and it's just, I mean, we got rid of most of our social media. I think really the only one we have left now is YouTube that we really care about. I mean, I have a TikTok, but I haven't posted in a while.
She does little like branding shorts, little logos. It's fun, but
it's fun. I haven't done it in a while because I've been busy, but maybe something that we'll do. But we've got rid of Instagram and Facebook because it wasn't doing anything for us.
Yeah. Oh no, I added a Facebook. I only have a Facebook for two reasons. For the Elementor group, because it was only Facebook, and then the WP creators and stuff like that. We communicate through there. But I did create a wiki page just to play around with it. But it's not going to go anywhere. Yeah.
Hello, Switzerland.
We weren't too far from there. We just came back from Germany.
From Germany. I would love to go to Switzerland one day.
It's on our list. Yeah.
Yes.
We were actually looking for that cheese. What was it called?
Raclette.
Raclette. Yeah. I was trying to find that in Munich. That was like one of my highlights I wanted to go to. Couldn't find the vendor to have that cheese. But funny thing is they had a festival right down the street from us and somebody had it there in New Jersey. So I'm like,
he's downplaying how much he wanted to find this cheese.
Yeah.
We would go to the Christmas markets every night and he would search all the different vendors for this cheese and he couldn't find it. He's like, I'm gonna find this cheese.
We went to Munich and went to Nuremberg. We didn't find it there either.
We couldn't find it in either place.
Well, if people don't know what it is, it's like this wheel of cheese and it's hot. They put it like under this like grill and then they just like shave off the hot cheese and put it like on a baguette. It's a simple thing,
It's
but
very good.
from what we had here, it was pretty good.
But it was so funny because the whole time we were in Germany, he was trying to find this cheese. He's like, I'm going to find it. And then we get home defeated and we go to a little market 5 minutes from our house. And guess what they have?
I know they have it in New York City too, but all right. So so yeah, the LinkedIn thing, to kind of go back on that topic, it's weird because I almost felt connected to it because it was 20 years of my life, but then I deleted it and I felt nothing. Like, it's so weird because I remember when we deleted our personal like Facebook accounts back in what
2020.
Was it 2020, 2021? That felt odd because like I felt like I was losing my family, my friends. But with this LinkedIn profile, I deleted it and I was like, wow, I don't have to get harassed or spammed by bots anymore.
Yeah.
I don't need people to try to sell me guest post anymore, SEO services.
Yeah, I feel like everybody that would try to connect with you wasn't a real person.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just deleted my account this morning. Mark convinced me to do it.
Well,
I was like, oh, I don't care about it. Like, I never really even check it anymore. And he's like, just get rid of it. Just get rid of it. So I did. So I don't have it either.
You located in U.S. or so we're in Philadelphia, so U.S. We're right outside of Philadelphia. We're on the New Jersey side, so I just tell people we live in Philly because we're 10 minutes from Philly.
Very close. Yeah, it's easier.
Oh, David's here. Hey, what's up? Yep, still making some good videos for sure. Yeah, so that was that was
a pretty big deal, and I think that, you know, if you have these platforms, these social media platforms, and you're only doing it because it's what people are telling you need to do, and you're not really seeing results, maybe you can consider just getting rid of it, removing that noise from your life. Because I know personally, after I got rid of Facebook, Twitter, and all that personal stuff, and I feel so much better. Just like, I feel like I have like less pressure to post.
Well, like I say, there's something on LinkedIn I've noticed where your posts just don't get seen. So some people have
all the platforms are like that now.
Yeah. Some people kind of like figured it out. I don't know what they do. I don't really care. But what's weird is like with LinkedIn recently, it would be showing stuff that was completely irrelevant. Like, it would show that she's going live on a video that was 3 weeks old. Like, I opened up LinkedIn and it was like, here's somebody who's made a video from 3 weeks ago. So I don't know. It's not a good platform. In response to that, I just played around. I installed, what is it, Blue Sky. I'm just playing around with it. I'm probably not going to do much with it because I wasn't ever active on Twitter, so I'm not going to instantly go on there. But yeah, if anything becomes filled with bots, spam, a lot of negative stuff, I'm out. Like, I want nothing to do with it. So of course, that's why I don't have a Twitter, because it's all just people complaining and making noise. I'm like,
yeah, I feel like Twitter is the worst one out of all of them, especially now that Elon Musk owns it.
Well, clearly they are encouraging that type of behavior, and it gets rewarded. So I think that's why some of these LinkedIn posts I'm talking about probably do well. It's because the algorithms are feeding, if it's negative. Actually, you know what? That is true, because I had one viral post, I'm putting that in quotes, on LinkedIn, and it was me years ago. I showed how bad Gutenberg is compared to Elementor. And that post got like hundreds, thousands of views, whereas normally our post would get like 5 looks. You know, it's not good. Oh boy, let's see. Yeah, LinkedIn.
I don't think you're missing much.
I did a little poll on our YouTube channel. We don't have a lot of people, but yeah, large percentage of people. I was asking if you use LinkedIn for leads. Most people say no.
I think that a lot of people have a LinkedIn profile and literally never check it because they were told they needed to make one in college.
Yeah.
So they made one in college 10, 15, 20 years ago, and it hasn't been updated since.
Yeah.
So I think, you have all these connections, but nobody's actually logging in. Yeah. Very few.
So the good thing I've noticed about Blue Sky, it's boring. It's boring as hell. There's no algorithm. This is what I like about it. Literally, if you just want to follow 2 people and you just want to see what they have in chronological order, it works. It's exactly like Twitter was before Twitter became garbage. So
I mean, it's like that now.
Yeah.
Maybe a year from now, we're going to be saying something
If
different.
if it turns into that, I'm not going to engage because I'm not really engaging. Honestly, what I did is I only followed a handful of people on my LinkedIn that I kind of cared about. And most of them are just like SEO people, just kind of talking about things that Google are doing. I want to keep up with their post, and they're just posting on Blue Sky. So literally the same 5 people that I only cared about on my LinkedIn, I just follow them on Blue Sky, and it's good. It's I'm not gonna like
so far
contribute to the noise and all that crap, but yeah. Okay, so the next one was this was kind of a big one for us.
Very big one.
Yeah, we changed the way we do our pricing structure. We used to have more upfront cost to build a website, and then you just kind of pay monthly for the hosting and the maintenance. We're gonna flip it completely, and so we just changed it recently where we no longer have like a larger upfront cost to build out a website. Yeah, so we're just gonna do right now $99 flat for like a basic Elementor website. That's just $99 a month. You just pay it annually, and you just kind of go from there. Now, if you have something more complicated like a WooCommerce or additional pages you need, then there would be a little more to build it out in the front. But then it's just $99 a month. But this is going to be the lowest we ever go. So the $99 a month is definitely something that we're just gonna. That's the baseline, and we're just going to kind of go up from there over the years. Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't agree with it.
Yeah.
we've gotten good feedback.
We've gotten clients. It's working.
It's definitely working. We've definitely gotten clients from it, but we have, been told by some people like in the industry that they think it's weird. They see red flags, whatever. We don't really care.
Yeah,
we're at a point now where we're kind of like, why does it have to be such a huge upfront cost?
Yeah.
A lot of small businesses, which is what we cater to, are struggling. And I think that spending $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 on a website up front is a huge expense for somebody that's just starting out in business. And if they're going to choose something that's more important, even though I think a website is one of the most important things.
Well, we also want to kind of flip it and say, okay, we want to actually be a partner with you for years to come, for like a decade, because like we have client websites that are almost 10 years old. Like we can do it.
Yeah,
we want that relationship. We don't want a quick website build and then I hand the website over to you and you host it at Bluehost or something like that. That kills me. The fact that like we would build something and then you take it somewhere else with a really crappy hosting service, because what we've noticed is clients who do that, where they take it to a really bad host, guess what? I'm getting an email 6 months later. Hey, the website's hacked. Hey, the website doesn't work. Help. I'm like, I can't support you because you went somewhere else. So we're eliminating that barrier. Yeah. And I don't want to do that anymore because I can't keep up with how horrible some of these hosting companies are.
Yeah. And I think that is one of the things that makes us different, is that we do host, we do know how to do that. Mark is amazing at being a server admin. A lot of other companies don't do that.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that makes us different, and that's one thing that we really want to showcase, is that we're the all-in-one solution. I remember, I think it was the last live stream we did, we were talking about how a lot of our clients come to us after they were burned by another company, and somebody said, you're not their first choice, you're their final choice. And I feel like that's very true. A lot of our clients have been with us, like Mark said, for 10 years, since the beginning. And they not only build one website, they build several websites. So that's what we're trying to do. We want to work with businesses that are going to last.
But to say that we've gotten feedback from both sides is an understatement. So we've had people who were saying, oh, that's too cheap. And then we've also had people who were like, $99 a month for a professional custom website is too much money. So it's like, we clearly we hit something because we're going against their traditional like pricing model. And we kind of like that because we like to play around with our pricing.
Well, we want to shake things up a little bit. I feel like we're in that era of like
shaking things up,
changing the way things are done, because why does it have to be a certain way?
Yeah.
And we're not telling anybody that they have to do it our way. You can do it however you want to do it.
Yeah.
But this is the way we're going to do it, and you can follow along and you can join in.
A lot of people are going to copy, because people, we've always been transparent with our pricing and how we do things. People do copy exactly what we do, and we've already seen people copy exactly what we're doing.
Yeah, so if you're not aware, at least once a month, Mark has to do a DMCA takedown, because people copy our content, they copy our images, somebody copied our entire website once. Don't do that. Yeah. We will find you.
And we will kill you. No.
We're gonna kill your business. Yeah, people like to scam.
Yeah. So that's one thing. So what is it? Some LinkedIn profiles are very old, never get updated. It's a sign people don't care. Yeah. So this kind of reminds me, this is a cool little thing. There's a job platform called Contra. I'm a part of it because it's just like a job platform where you could post and everything. Anyways, what I like about that platform is every couple months, you have to enable your account to be available again. So it forces people to update their profile and actually stay active. Whereas LinkedIn, yeah, you're right. You could have a picture. I know people who have pictures that are like 10, 15 years old. I'm like, even me, like I'm gray as hell now, and my profile picture is probably all black. So yeah, I thought that was interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's people that are using very old headshots on LinkedIn. And it's like, I know you don't look like that anymore.
Yeah. All right. So what's the struggle? I have a few clients struggling who pay monthly cost. I didn't request any upfront cost.
Yeah. So I feel like you're kind of in the same boat as we are, where you do the monthly cost, and I'm sure that your clients appreciate.
Now, one feedback that we did receive is we do the $99 a month, but what we're doing is we're billing it annually. So it's almost like a yearly subscription, but we're marking it as like $99 a month. We've had a few people who are like confused by that, but I'm like, that's not that complicated. And the reason why I do that is because you don't want to get yourself into a situation where you build out something, they only pay once, and then they ghost you. And then you have to chase them every month for a payment. And even though like our accounting software, you can do automatic payments, they can always like disable that or cancel their credit card.
Yeah.
So all I say is, if you do this type of model, think about every scenario and don't get yourself into a situation where you're going to get screwed. So at least with us, you're paying the year up front. And I know that for that whole year, you're getting the website, you're getting hosted maintenance.
You're getting our service.
Yeah, you're getting our service. You're not getting, you can't just like export the website, you know. Yeah,
it happens a lot.
I even go after people, they copy just a section of content, whether it's like a paragraph and like an image. You can do a DMCA on that. The biggest struggle with DMCA, we're here in the United States, is if they host the server in a different country that doesn't give a crap about DMCA, there's not really much I can do. But I know I can derank them in Google, because Google doesn't mess around with that crap. So if they don't take it down, I can go through and remove them from like a Google search. Yep.
Just realized I need to update my YouTube profile picture. That's why ours is just our logo.
Yeah, just do a logo. Yeah, a lot of my pictures are me still with the black and my beard. I'm going to keep that for many decades now. Okay, so was there anything else on the pricing change? Not really. Nope. All right, here's the fun topic. We want to do this, and we're just going to close out with some good things after this. So, of course, this has been an ongoing thing, yeah,
in the web design community, or at least for people that use WordPress. You know, unless you're living under a rock, you know what's going on with WordPress and Matt Mullenweg and all the stuff with WP Engine.
Our stance is we don't want to contribute to the noise. We don't want to like talk about it in full detail, and we're not. All of this drama that he created has not changed our workflow whatsoever, because we're heavily reliant on basically two tools. That's Elementor and Crocoblock. And those two tools are running circles around this guy and the WordPress platform. So the way I see WordPress to us is nothing more than like an operating system that is just in the background of our tool stack. You know, it's like Windows or Mac OS. Like, it's there, it serves a purpose, but we don't think about it. So that's how we're moving forward with all this WordPress drama.
I think that the people that are, quite frankly, obsessed with everything that's happening, they need to lay off, because it's just noise.
Yeah, you're contributing
to this noise, and I think that's exactly what
I was thinking about that this morning. I was like, you know what? I think that all of this drama, he knows how it's going to end, and it's all just publicity. It's all about just getting, because think about it. We're all talking about WordPress again. It's not in the positive light, but I don't think he gives a shit, because it's like, we're talking about WordPress, and
whether it's positive or negative, you're still talking
because
about
the market, Paul just released a video and he made a point. He's like, it's pretty stagnant. Like, the growth is pretty stagnant, but I guarantee you, if you took Elementor out of that equation, the market share, it's down. There's no way that without a platform like Elementor, that's the only thing excelling the market growth and the continue to go up. So yeah, what do we have here in the notes is,
I just feel like
it's very trendy.
A lot of people, I think, want us to like talk about it and contribute, and we're just like, what are we going to say that hasn't already been said? It's trendy content. It's bad content, in my opinion. It's not bringing any value.
No.
In 6 months or a year, nobody's even going to remember this.
Because my stance on it is that this is all calculated, and he's just trolling everyone. That's the way I'm viewing it. It's all politics. It's theater.
Yeah, he would be a great politician.
Yeah. It's very much in the United States. You probably have seen it. We have Trump and Musk. We have these two egomaniacs who are just doing wild stuff to try to stir things up, and it's working. They got to the top. They literally are running the country now. Mm-hmm. And so that's what he's taking the playbook. He's just doing this stupid crap so people talk about it. Mm-hmm. And you can't have like an opinion on it because it's so dynamic and it's moving every like 5 minutes. So the people who are obsessed with him and like trying to read into every word, I'm like, you're doing exactly what he wants you to do. So just don't play the game. That's our angle, is we're not playing that game. We're like,
so don't expect us to talk any more about the WordPress drama. We're not gonna talk about it. I know some people want us to. We're not doing it.
Yeah, it's an interesting topic, and at the end of the day, it always comes down to the ego. It's money. It's greed. That's what it is. There's nothing else to it.
You never see a woman doing stuff like this. I think it's
very rare. Yeah,
it's a man problem. It is men's egos.
It is. It's very. That's why in the United States we are where we're at, is because of the way the systems are working, where they're covering it, and it's you're like playing into the game if you're covering it. So if you're any of these big news organizations, you're just playing their game. It's like, so we kind of see it at a higher level, and we don't care, because at the end of the day, this platform, WordPress, it's not innovative at all. Like I said, these other tools that sit on top of it are running circles around these people. Like, it's a joke. Yeah, it's
feels like a publicity stunt.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Obviously we don't know the whole situation, and nobody does, except for the people that are in the room. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it kind of feels like,
well, I know that
he wants attention.
Like, we used to go to work camps. This was kind of before COVID and everything. I honestly don't want to contribute anymore to going. I would say contribute. I don't want to go to those events anymore, because I see what it is. I don't want to be involved with it. So that we're not the only ones that are saying that type of stuff. Like, I want nothing to do with him, and like, I'm keeping my distance. You know, I keep my distance from certain people, even in our little bubble of WordPress. I keep my distance from people because they want me to contribute that way or involve myself with their drama. I'm like, nope, not doing it. Mm-hmm. So that was basically the WordPress drama. We're going to continue to use WordPress. Is it a great platform moving forward? I don't know. We're going to stick with it for a while. Yeah. It's still the best platform out there. When you add stuff on top of it, that's what I'm going to say. That's when you add stuff on top of WordPress, it's usable. All right. So now we can kind of just go on to some of the good things.
Good things that happened this year, because I feel like this has been kind of like
negative. Yeah. We don't really cover negative too much on our channel.
Not necessarily negative, but just like real things that happened. You know, not everything is happy all the time. But we did do a lot of good things this year. We traveled a lot.
Yeah.
Which was great. We went to Italy. We went to Tennessee with our friends, which was so much fun. We went to Great Smoky Mountains National Park and
saw Dollywood.
We went to Dollywood. We rented a cabin and there were bears that came to visit us every day. It was wonderful. So that was great. We went to Virginia and you went to Busch Gardens.
Oh yeah. I was like, what are we doing in Virginia? I forget. Yeah.
That was something that Mark has wanted to do for a while because he grew up in Tampa and worked at Busch Gardens.
Yeah, Busch Gardens, if you don't know, it's a theme park. It's not one of the big ones, so it's not Universal Studios or Disney. It's just kind of it was owned by Anheuser-Busch, the beer company, but they sold out years ago to like a German company. So fun fact, they used to have free beer that you could go up and just get free samples of like Anheuser-Busch beer. So my mom, my brother, I was too young to drink at the time, but all you do is you could just jump between 2 or 3 places. You just drink all day for free, basically.
They stopped doing that.
Yeah, they stopped doing that as soon as they got bought out. And then you used to be able to tour, like they used to make the beer there. You used to take a tour. It used to be cool. Now, from what I hear, it's definitely the attendance is low because they're trying to charge like Disney prices, and it's subpar. Like they have some good roller coasters, but
it's fun.
We
had a good time when we went to the one in Virginia, but it was very hot.
Yeah.
That the day we went, there was a heat wave, and the temperatures were just like insane. So we were sweating a lot.
So yeah, they have a Busch Gardens up in here in the Virginia area. I always wanted to go to. So, and the fun thing about living up, when I lived in Florida, everything is open like all year round because weather's basically always hot. Whereas the Busch Gardens here in Virginia, they close like half the year because it's cold, snowing. So you only have so many months to go. So we made sure that we went in the middle of the summer, which might not have been a great idea, but
we had a good time.
It was really hot. Yeah.
Despite it being hot. And then we went to Colonial Williamsburg, which was fun too. And then I went to Paris with my sister, which was so much fun.
I would say we got to mention a week after the Olympics ended. So it was like the Paralympics. So you're able to see that.
Yeah, we're there. So we got to see some Paralympic events, see some of the athletes. We actually were on the metro and we saw some athletes from Korea and I think China getting on the metro. So that was pretty cool. That was a really fun trip. That was the first time that I went somewhere just with my sister. So that's something that we want to continue to do like every year. It was so much fun. Yeah. Definitely recommend going on a sister trip or a brother trip or whatever. Do something with your siblings. It's fun. And then we just went to Germany for the Christmas markets, which was amazing.
Yeah, that was on your like bucket list of things to do. It was really good. Other than me not finding that cheese guy, it was a good trip.
Despite it raining pretty much every day, it was still so much fun.
Yeah, it basically rained every day, just like a drizzle, like enough to be kind of annoying. You get wet, but it wasn't enough to like ruin the trip, which was a good thing.
No, it was perfect. Yeah. And there's so many people out just having a good time. We drank
hot wine every night. We became real accustomed to that.
Yeah, we went to the beer halls and ate bratwurst like every day. Yeah. It was
Germany is cool for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, Germany is a really awesome country. It was our first time there, and we definitely want to go back.
Yeah. So yeah, this comment right here, I see what you're saying. You still go to the Elementor and WordPress UK meetups, but not WordCamp. That's interesting. Yeah, have we ever done a meetup? I think we did a meetup once in Philly.
Yeah, they used to have them more often. I feel like since COVID, everything's just online now.
Yeah.
They don't really meet up in person, and it's just not the same.
Like definitely what we've learned, it might be different in other countries, but a lot of the meetups here, they're very like beginner driven. So it's like people who literally are just starting out using a blog. And it's like if we came in, I don't know where we would fit because we did go and I was like, wow, this is like really beginner.
Yeah.
And it's like, we're not giving a talk or anything. So we're not really getting any value out of it. This is much more valuable in our opinion, doing a live stream. Even if you just talk to the camera, you're talking to nobody, somebody will see it more than those, 4 or 5 people that showed up in the Philly meetup. So that's why we go that route. And then, yeah, I don't want to contribute. I keep saying the word contribute. I don't want to go to like a word camp because, like I said, I see what it is, and I don't want. I've been to State of the Words. We were actually at the State of the Word with Matt in 2017 in Nashville when he mentioned how Gutenberg is going to come and disrupt the whole entire industry, and I was like, holy crap! Now here we are in 2025. Almost, it's a joke in my opinion. Like so, it's not. I have a lot of opinion about WordCamp. I don't know what else to say, but it's not as good as it used to be. Like they had a really solid one here in Philly one year. It was solid. Like
yeah, there was good speakers.
Good speakers.
There was good turnout.
One of my problems I have is the vendors they take on. Like I have an issue when Bluehost is there, when GoDaddy are there, because they're the reason why. And of course, WP Engine, I think they're one of the worst hosting companies out there. Matt and the other people will take their $75,000 and then throw them under the bus. Like it's such a bad taste in my mouth.
I have a problem with that for sure. I don't think that that's cool to what he did.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
On that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we've been all over the place. Yeah, so we were doing full-time traveling.
Yeah.
We were going to try to do it full-time in the United States. If you don't know, we were full digital nomads. We sold our house.
2020.
Yeah, we started in 2019 and then we had to end in COVID. So we were going to do a whole year in the United States and then maybe take it overseas and just kind of go months at a time in Europe, whatever. All of that's kind of like down the drain now. Like we still take trips, but it's just not affordable anymore. Like we used to be able
to go into the US. The prices for everything have gone up, but hotel prices are really high. Flights are really high. So we've actually been doing more trips overseas because it's about the same price or cheaper in some cases.
Yeah.
For example, we really wanted to go to Boston, like New England area in the fall. This is something that I feel like we've been saying
for 10 years almost.
Yeah, since we got married, we're like, oh, we need to go and see that. And every year we try to figure out how we're going to do it. And it's just so expensive. And this year we actually found out that it would have been cheaper to fly to Iceland, get a hotel
or Amsterdam,
and a car, and we were just like, what is happening?
I know. Because when we were doing the full-time traveling, what we would do is we would book Airbnbs for like a week at a time, sometimes a couple weeks, and big discounts. Like we were spending maybe, I don't know, what did we get down to? Maybe $50-$60 a night, if that.
We can get them for pretty cheap.
Now I'm like the crappiest hotel, like Holiday Inns. You're lucky to find anything in this country like under $120, $150 now for Hampton Inns. But this is what makes me laugh about our country is they allowed. I did some research into this. There's like a whole the pricing structure for hotels is kind of like planes, where it's kind of like dynamic, and they just charge what the hell they want because of these algorithms, these other companies that like stepped in. That crappy hotel down the street, it's half empty, and they want to get people in there for $150 a night. And I'm just like, their algorithm is telling them to do it, but we're seeing hotels empty and they're still charging this crap. I'm like, it's just frustrating because we want to travel, but I don't want to go broke doing it. So it's not really worth it.
I mean, it's definitely a priority in our lives to see the world. That's something that we're both pretty passionate about. When we first got married, our goal was to go to a new country every year. And I feel like we've done that, except for like 2020 when you couldn't travel. But
so that's what we work for a lot. Like we don't have kids or anything like that. We just have
that's
a small
what we
house.
spend our money on. But it has gotten a lot harder. But we definitely plan to travel more next year.
And the good thing about what we do is, of course, making websites. You can make it anywhere. We've worked in every situation. We worked on patio furniture, dining room tables, beds, couches, anywhere. So it does take a toll on your back and everything. But
you can do it. And we kind of figure if we are lucky enough to have the opportunity where we can work from anywhere, why are we just staying at home?
Somebody said it, the world is our office. That's the way I like to look at it. I was like, I could work here. I could work in the Bahamas. I can work anywhere, really.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Anywhere that doesn't have bugs and humidity. So I'm kind of eliminating big chunks of the world because I'm not a big fan of hot. Like I grew up in Florida. I hate really hot, humid weather for months at a time. I could deal with it a little bit, like up here where we live. Summers can get nasty, but no joke, it's just like a week or two, and it goes up and down.
It's not like Florida where it's like that
constant
90% of the time.
That's why I got to talk with Jeff. He's in Thailand. I know in Thailand it's very hot and humid all the time. Like
that's somewhere that we
do want to go. Yes,
we definitely.
I don't want to spend.
Maybe next year. I'm trying to figure out how to do that. It's just such a long flight.
We're trying to find places where the US dollar is more strong so we can like when we went to Tokyo, we loved how like we got like a bowl of ramen for like $3. I'm like, Jesus. Like here in the United States,
that's 15.
A fountain drink is $3 at least.
Yeah, things have gotten crazy. But yeah, we're trying to plan some epic trips for 2025, and Asia might be on the list. If we can swing it. It's just such a long flight. That's the only thing.
Well, we
love to travel, but we hate the actual traveling part.
Like we just flew. What is the airline we flew in Germany?
Lufthansa.
Oh my God, that is not a good airline. Like we got basic economy, and it was bad. Like it was one of the worst flights we've had in a while. Like as soon as you get past first class and like the premium economy, then you start to see the real economy. And I'm like, oh crap. I was like, these seats look like they're 20, 25 years old. It was not a comfortable experience at all.
Hope to spend some time in Thailand. Yeah, it looks just so beautiful, and we love the food. Culture. We love the food, and we do know somebody that lives there. So I feel like maybe we could meet up and he could show us some of the cool places that he goes to as a local. That's one of the things that we like to try to do is figure out where the locals are hanging out. Of course, we go to the touristy places because if you're in a place that you've never been, you need to see the touristy sites. I don't understand the people that are like, oh, you just go to the touristy sites. It's like, well, if you go to Paris, of course you're going to see the Eiffel Tower. Like, the Eiffel Tower is great. That's why it's a tourist attraction. I don't get that.
I don't know.
But we do like to try to go to where the locals go as well. So I feel like in Thailand, we know somebody.
Yep.
That would be fun.
Some other good things is, so at the end of the year, I know a lot of people buy a lot of stuff on Black Friday and you increase your business expenses or like that type of stuff. I go the opposite way. Every year I try to eliminate something. So I like that. One of the good things is we eliminated, what are some of the services? We got rid of Dropbox. Like that was,
something we didn't need.
Yeah. It's weird because we pay for Google, like Workspace, whatever the hell they call it these days. We had 4 terabytes. I didn't even know that. And so we were paying $100 something a year for Dropbox for 2 terabytes. I'm like, what are we doing? Like, so I like to kind of go the opposite way. It's rare that I ever buy Black Friday stuff, because we basically have our tool sets. Like we've been running the same thing. Like I said, the 2 biggest ones, Elementor and Crockleblock. Those are my 2 favorite things that could build out like 90% of our websites. So,
and I feel like one of the upsides of working on 60 websites this year is that we got really good at using those tools because they were all built with Elementor and Crockleblock and the tools that we use all the time. So we got really good at using them because we built a lot of websites with them. So we can do things a lot quicker now. We have like formulas for the way we do things and how we build out every site. And that's gotten really streamlined. So that's another good thing that we didn't have on our list.
I know, because some people are confused. They literally they think that like our subscription-based model, we're giving like a template or some crap. No, I was like, we're literally custom building. I do dynamic stuff in my sleep now. Like you've seen the videos I make on Crockleblock. Like once you start to learn it, you could do this stuff so fast. So I hate to say it, but yeah, we're going to try to change up how this web design industry works when it comes to pricing.
Why do you hate to say it?
Well, not that I hate to say it, but I know that there's going to be people that we know who are going to be affected because they're going to be like, well, why does Wiki Design do it for $99 a month? but you're charging $15,000. Like, I don't know. It's
That's okay.
it's just how it changes.
Yeah.
It's just business. There's nothing personal. That's the way I'm looking at it. Yeah.
And people can run their business however they want.
Yeah, I know.
You
If
know,
we
we're
want
not
to
telling
do a
you
charity,
this is
we
how
could do that. Yeah.
this is how you have to do it, but this is how we're going to do it.
Yeah. And then what was the other thing? Yeah. So this year we're just heavily focusing on like health, well-being. We're just taking more time this year. We're not going to build out 60 plus websites. Like that might have been a one and done. Like we hit our limit and we're like, oh my God, this was so much work. So,
and what's funny is the start of 2024, we were like, this is going to be a year where we slow down. We're not going to work as much. We're not going to stress ourselves out. And it turned out to be
we got
like
ourselves
the
into a
complete
situation.
opposite.
Yeah.
So hopefully this year we actually stick to what we said we're going to do. I think we are, because we have to at this point where we know what can happen. So we're just trying, to focus more on ourselves and our well-being and not stress ourselves out with work as much, because at the end of the day, we run our business, and why we can do whatever we want. Why would we stress ourselves out?
Yeah. True. All right, cool. I think, thanks for joining the live chat. I know we don't get too many people in here, but that's cool. We have some engagement. Yeah. I think we're done. There's nothing else.
So
really.
Have a great holiday. Enjoy the holiday season with your family, your friends, and we'll see you probably next year in 2025.
Yeah.
Bye.
Cool.